Alright, so let's make some breakfast while we talk a little. Now, I've realized that everywhere you go, people are struggling. And then I wonder, why is that? And with this whole general election coming up and all these things, I've heard both parties' ideas and their plans and what they plan to implement and all of this. But my biggest thing for me is that, will there be any serious changes? Because the way this economy is right now, it is so jacked up. You're having more people struggling than people who are actually successful. And I feel like it always turns around onto the individual's fault and not actually the persons or the people who we've put into place to watch over our own economy. And it's so weird, and it's not just in Jamaica, it's everywhere. Even in America, I think the cost of living is gradually increasing, and then you look back on your pay and you realize that your pay is not matching up. So nowadays I found out that more people are having to have to come back home, and the American dream is not so nice and dandy as how it once was, or how they make it seem. But everywhere overall, everybody's just struggling, and I think all of us are just trying to figure out what we're gonna do, with our lives, or how we plan to implement some plans or some good financial habits for the future. Because me, honestly, I don't want to fall in the category where I'm like in my mid-40s, mid-50s. I don't own a house. I don't have a car. I don't have no properties. I don't have anything. And then also, why weren't we taught certain things from in school? Them kill we up for teach you the blasted algebra and the vectors and all these things and the pie charts, but why weren't we actually taught business or how to be entrepreneurs or pushed to have a skill? Because not everybody is book smart, and I find that when you were in high school and you never get a certain amount of grade, the teachers will tend to look down on you. Oh, you're not doing enough, you're not applying yourself enough. But some people are just more hands-on in terms of having a skill or love the skill, doing something that is a skill, rather than have to be beating their head in the books. And that's okay. But growing up in Jamaica and going to school, that was taboo. Me, myself, I can attest to it, because I was mostly a book person and not so much of a skill. And now the way I see how the economy going and the world is going, I would have 100% if it was taught more or pushed more for us to have a skill. And I went to a technical school. I went to a technical school where we also learned skills from I think grade 8 going up. We always have extra curriculums or other subjects that teach us skill like home ec, sewing and them stuff there. But not everybody is gonna be a seamstress. Not everybody loves to do that, but I would have wished they would implemented more areas, for other things that kids would be interested in. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out that the people who are doing the 9-to-5, people who are doing affiliate markets or social media or content creator or whatever, all these non-traditional things are making more passive streams of income than the tradition, the traditional way of, you go to school, you get a job, and you do this, and you do this, and you do that. And the funny thing about it is, a lot of people are not going to realize the goals or the dreams are when you say certain things to them, because they're so one-sided. They're just one-minded. It's just because I could attest when I was way back in high school, and talk Vine days, and I decided I wanted to do this whole content creation thing, and it was no, You need to go to school, you need to go to college, you need to do this, you need to do that. And seeing where it is now, I would have wished I followed my mind back then, to be honest, because I could have been making bank. You know what I'm saying? But what are some things, guys, that we're gonna plan? What are some healthy financial habits that we plan to implement for 2026? Let me know in the comments.